what's up, Jacksonville, FLA? Favorite media mogul, Daniel Patrick Hicken, ready to give you this week's rundown of all things Jacksonville sports. Let's start, as we always do, with our Jacksonville Jaguars. Canton, Ohio, the place to be. It's such a wonderful event for our city, our franchise, and Tony Boselli, right? And his family. I mean, think about it, man. We have been in the league a long time. And, you know, Tom Coughlin told me this, and he actually did a toast at his J-Fund, gala this summer or spring, back in May, toasting Tony, who was there for making the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He always reminds folks, he wants everyone to understand how important this is, how this cements us as an NFL franchise, how we now, you know, have our own spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's such a great honor for Tony, and I'm so happy for him as his friend and his family. I'm also happy for Leroy Butler of Jacksonville, Florida, who has an incredible story, man. And if you don't know much about Leroy Butler, you should. What a wonderful life he has had. And so thrilled for him to finally get in. And he and Tony are good friends, so that's kind of neat. And Leroy will lead things off on Saturday with the first speech. Tony goes fifth. Going to be a great time Saturday. Of course, we got a football game Thursday night. No Trevor Lawrence, no Travis Etienne. That's fine. I wouldn't play anybody. Doug Peters is going to play some people. I will just say this. This is opportunity if you're third string on the depth chart or fourth string on the depth chart to go out there and say, hey, look at me. When the lights go on, I shine even brighter. This is your chance to sort of, and it's not necessarily you're going to make the Jaguars. If you're a fourth or fifth string guy on the Jaguars, you're probably going to get cut. That's just the truth. But you get stuff on tape and another team keeps you and you stay in that rotation, man. Because when you're trying to break in, you got to stay in that rotation. You don't want to get cut. You don't want to be on the beach. If you stay in, if you get on a practice squad somewhere and then somebody gets hurt and then you get your chance, you know, things like that. That's how you work your way into the NFL. It's tough. It's tough when you're not a first, second, third, fourth round pick. So we'll be watching Jags and the Vegas Raiders in Canton. Let's talk Gators, man. They got going on the recruiting trail and then some. And they started practice this week. Two most important Gators, Billy Napier, right? And Anthony Richardson. It's up to those two guys. It's all, I mean, and look, everybody matters, but those are the two most important. But boy, they got in a good group of guys, got some receivers, got a safety, really good job by them. FSU's a little ahead because they start week 0, so they're already in pads. They're getting ready for Duquesne. Talked about it over and over again, what a critical year it is for Florida State University football. If Mike Norvell doesn't turn it around this year, he will he may not lose his job, but he will lose the fan base. Okay, if Mike Norvell goes 5-7, Doak Campbell is going to be a mausoleum for football games. He's got to find ways to win. He's got to get a signature victory over somebody better than him. You know, they've done pretty well. They upset Miami last year. They've done pretty well in the big games. They played Florida tough. But he needs a real big one that he can hang his hat on. It's year 3, so you need to see some improvement in the program. Otherwise, Dion might be lurking out there. Doing a good job at Jackson State. So anyway, High School Media Day was this week. Gosh, it's great. I tell you, my favorite kid that I met and talked to, Pup Howard. Oh, I wish we got Pup Howard to Florida. What an impressive young man. And wish him nothing but the best, except for one game a year when he goes to South Carolina. So he's a Jackson linebacker, huge, big kid, and he's impressive. So, but boy, a lot of good football teams. We're going to be talking about him throughout the season as we get ready. That's all the time we got, though. I'm not going to go on and on and on. I got football to watch. So y'all have a great weekend. We'll be in Canton all week, and we'll talk to you next time on Jacksonville's Weekend in Sports.